everyone, so today's video is this turquoise spotlight eye paired with a nude ombre lip and pretty much full coverage kind of glowy foundation. So I'm obviously just going to pop back my hair to get it out of my face, and I'm going in with the MAC strobe cream and just blending that out all over my face just to give myself a little bit of glow and moisture. Then I'm using the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour lip balm just to give my lips some moisture as well, because I will be applying matte lip products. For the centre of my face, I'm priming with the NYX Shine Killer primer just to keep the oils at bay throughout the day. And then I'm taking my NYX colour correcting concealer and I'm taking the yellow shade and buffing that onto redness and blemishes. I'm taking the peach shade underneath my eyes just to dull down any discoloration on my skin. For foundation, I'm using my all-time favourite, which is the L'Oreal True Match. This one is in the shade beige, or 4N if you go by numbers, and I'm using the Blank Canvas F22 to buff that out. This is the really full coverage, great foundation. For eyes, I'm just priming with my usual Essence eyeshadow primer, and then I'm going to set it with a highlighting powder from Fuschia, which is just a matte cream shade, so you can use like a cream eyeshadow if you have one, anything like that. Just gives you a smooth base for your eyeshadow. I'm going to do my brows off camera because I want to save some time, but I will do a new brow tutorial very soon. I look human again. For eyeshadow, I'm using the Vice 3 palette from Urban Decay, and the first shade I'm taking is Undone. Now this palette's limited edition, but you guys know yourself, just pick up any similar shades you have and you can make it work. So I'm just popping that in and above the crease, and then I'm taking this Inglot shadow, which is 371, which is a kind of bright blue colour. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now it does need to be built up, so I went in like 5 or 6 times and layered this colour to get good intensity. Then I'm taking Undone and DTF, just mixing them, and I'm going to blend out the edges of this blue just so that it's not like stark blue in the crease area. I want a little fade up towards the brow bone, so you can see I'm just working it on the outer edges, just using a fluffy brush and light pressure. Next, I'm going to take the blue again and just pop that on the inner and outer third of the lid. Next, I'm taking this Inglot shade in 307, which is like a dark kind of navy colour, and this is going on the outer and inner third of my lid area, and I'm also going to place this up into the crease using a kind of light hand, and I'm using like a fluffy pencil brush so there's not too much pressure. Then I'm going in with the blue and just going to blend that out a little bit just to make sure that it's not too harsh. And then I'm taking the Vice 3 again, and I'm taking the shade Heroine, which is like a deep dark bluish navy colour, and I'm going to put this onto the same spots, so outer inner third of the lid and also up into the crease, just avoiding that centre lid area because that's where we're going to have our highlight shade. So then I'm just mixing the two Inglot shades and I'm going to help blend out that dark blue colour from the Urban Decay palette, and then I'm going back in and just re-intensifying the outer and inner thirds just a small bit, just to make sure that I don't lose that spotlight effect. And then I took a clean brush and just blended the outer edges. For the centre of the lid, I'm going to pop down the NYX Drum Pencil in Milk first, just on the very centre, and I'm going to use my finger to gently blend that out, so don't blend it out too much, you just want it on the centre of the lid. And then I'm going to put Freeze from the same Urban Decay palette onto the centre of the lid. This is just like a shimmery turquoise shade. It's just a base for the Inglot pigment that we're going to stick down now with some dual glue, and the Inglot pigment is 114 from the Stardust collection, and it is beautiful. And I'm using like a little cotton bud first just to press down the glue, and then I just dip the cotton bud into the Inglot pigment and just press that on top. So you can use jawline if you want, but for a spotlight effect I really like the center highlight to be really intense, so I packed on the glitter with some glue. And then I just ran my crease brush through the crease just to get rid of any shimmer in the crease because I don't want that. And then I intensified the outer and inner third again, and I just ran that navy blue over the pigment a little bit just to kind of help get rid of the blockiness. Not sure if it really worked, but sure, look, it's a spotlight eye anyway, so don't worry about it too much. And then again I just blended the crease. There was a lot of blending in this look, but but it was worth it. For the highlight shade, I'm using Dazzle, which is like a gorgeous white highlight shade. It's one of my favourite highlight shades ever. And then I just blended out all the edges with a clean brush. I think this is the E25 from Blank Canvas. To clean up underneath my eyes and also into the inner corner, I used a cotton pad and some Garnier Micellar water, and then I just buffed over with my foundation brush with no extra product, just whatever was left, onto kind of my nose and cheek area. And then I go in with the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. This is NC15, and this is going underneath my eyes and also down the bridge of my nose, center of my chin, a little bit on the cupid's bow, and also on the center of my forehead. So this is going to highlight and just add extra coverage. So I'm just going to blend that out with a brush, like a fluffy brush. You can use a beauty blender if you want to, but I just chose a brush today. It works fine. And then I always go over the edges and the concealer just with the foundation brush. Again, no extra product, just to make sure it's kind of blending into the foundation. To bake, I'm using the Collection Sheer Loose powder, and I pack that on with a mini beauty blender. And then while that is baking, I didn't put any powder on my nose. I'm just quickly cream contouring my nose. It's like something I do lately. I don't really have a technique. I literally just wing it, and it usually makes my nose look a little bit skinnier. So I take a darker shade on the outer edges and then a highlight shade on the center of my noses, and to clean up the contour. And you can kind of see what I'm doing, but if you want like an in-depth tutorial, let me know and I'll do that. Then I dust away the powder that I had for baking, and then I take a fluffy brush and just use the same powder to set the rest of my face because I have oily skin, so you know. Next I'm going to run DTF and Undone underneath the eye. Then I'm going to run the 371 shadow from Inglot, which is the blue, underneath the eye again, just smoking it out. Then I'm going to take the pencil brush and run 307 from Inglot onto the outer and inner lower lash line. So I'm creating the spotlight effect on the lower lash line too. Then I'm doing the same with the heroine shade, outer and inner lower lash line. Then I'm putting freeze on the centre of the lower lash line, some eyelash glue on the centre of the lower lash line, and the pigment on the centre of the lower lash line. So mirroring what happened on top. Then I just dust away any fallout from the pigment, and I apply a gel liner. This one's from Fuschia, and this is going on my lower and also my upper waterline, just to kind of create a fuller lash effect. And I just felt like it needed the liner, I don't know. I'm also going to take a matte black eyeshadow from Urban Decay, and I'm literally just pressing this onto the outer and inner lower lash line just to add a little bit more drama. Next, I'm going to take my Essence liquid ink eyeliner, so any liquid ink eyeliner, and I'm just going to draw a thin line across the lid because I am going to wear lashes. Oh my god, I'm getting so tongue-tied. So I just want to help kind of conceal the band by doing this. Then to highlight the inner corner, I'm using NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and also Dazzle to set that. So that's from the Urban Decay Vice 3 palette. For lashes, I popped these on off camera, but they're the clean colour 110 lashes. They're lovely. Then I went back over the band of the lashes just to conceal any eyelash glue and just clean it up. And then I'm applying mascara. This one is a mini roller lash mascara, and this is going on the top and bottom lashes. For my bronzer, I'm using this amazing 150 bronzer from Deals. It's actually one of my all-time favourite bronzers. It just like blends so nicely onto the skin. So I'm just bronzing up the outer perimeters of my face, the usual areas, the cheeks, forehead, jawline. And then I go in with the Inglot sculpting powder. I'm not actually sure of the shade, but I will leave it down below. And I'm going to place this kind of in the same areas, but kind of really in the hollows of my cheeks to kind of sculpt them out, and underneath my lip and the tip of my nose, I think I put it too. Yeah, I did, with a smaller brush. I couldn't remember. So this going on the sides of my nose and underneath my nose. And then I'm taking the Bamba blush from Benefit onto the apples of my cheeks. For highlighter, I'm using the Sleek Solstice palette, and I'm mixing those two shades. And this is an intense highlighter, so if you don't like that, then it's not going to be one for you. But if you do like that, then you're going to love this palette. So I put that on the cheekbones, cupid's bow, and also onto the bridge of my nose with a smaller brush. And then I'm going to take the NYX blush in taupe and like a really dense brush, and I'm going to like kind of carve out the hollows of my cheeks, underneath my lip and underneath my nose. For lips, I'm using the Soft Berry lip liner from Essence First. This is one of my all-time favourites. So I just lined and shaded in the outer edges of my lips. I filled the lips in then with the MAC Whirl lip pencil, and then I went in with the NYX Jumbo pencil in Milk, and I popped this onto the centre of my lips and just blended it out, and that's like the quickest ombre lip ever. And then I just made sure that everything was nice and clean and just sharpened up the edges, and then I set everything with the Urban Decay on outer setting spray because I love this stuff. It's the best money I ever spent. And then I'm taking the new Cocoa Brown Rose Gold Goddess Oil, and I'm going to drench myself in everything that's shimmery on my body today. So this one is going onto my shoulders, and I use a brush. You can also use a sponge, whatever suits you best, but I couldn't find my sponge today, so I used a brush, and I put that all over my chest as well. And then I took the same Inglot sculpting powder, and I like contoured my collarbones. Again, this is totally unnecessary, but something I love to do for a night out. And I used the sleek Solstice palette to highlight the tips of my collarbones. And then I took the MAC Oh Darling highlight and put that on my shoulders and put it all over my chest and just everywhere. I just wanted to be seen from space tonight, so that's exactly what I did. I also put the Golden Goddess Oil, or Rose Gold Goddess Oil, first on the tops of my arms, and then the Golden Goddess Oil on top, because look at it, it's like literally divine. It's so nice, and I just love being glowy and tanned, and as you can see, it just is really nice for a night out. And that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know it was another colourful look, but colour is clearly my new obsession. I will do a more wearable neutral look very soon, but if you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up. I'll leave the products listed down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!